listening to the Dynamic Women podcast. Each week, you'll be inspired by our global community of women. They'll share with you tools and stories to help you be dynamic in every area of life. He's your host, award-winning coach, and the CEO and founder of Dynamic Women, Diane Rolston.
Hello there, everyone. Diane Rolston here. Are you lacking the motivation to get started towards a goal or a project? Join me now. We're going to talk about this. See, the issue is we want to do something, and maybe it is, actually not maybe, it is further in the year right now. We are into February, and if you haven't been starting with your goals, if you haven't gotten on that new project yet, then you are missing out, right? You're feeling like stuck, maybe you're feeling lack of motivation. And what I want for you is to be totally excited, to be totally enthused, to be moving forward. Are you lacking motivation to get started towards a goal or a project? Are you lacking the ability to just get started? If that's the case for you, or if you've ever been there, or if you think maybe you'll be there in the future, then you need to listen today to find out how to get started, find out how to get that motivation, how to move forward. So let's think about a goal or a project that you have. What is something that you've been waiting on? What is something that you have been wanting to do? Let me know. What is something that you've been wanting to do, or a project that you've been holding off on doing because you've been waiting to get started? Now let's talk about why people wait to get started. There are many reasons for this. I'm going to talk about kind of the top few. One reason that people wait to get started is they feel that they are not in the right place in their life to do it. So they don't have the right skills yet. So they don't have the right skills. Okay, so let's unpack that. And you think about this when you're thinking of this project or this goal that you have. Do you feel like you're not starting because you don't have the right skills? So what are the right skills? That's the first question you need to write down. What are the skills that you need to have? So I'm going to look at something like writing a book. So if you feel I don't have the skills because I don't know, I'm not really a good writer, I don't really know how to edit, I don't really know how to put the whole thing together, I don't know how to do the Amazon, I don't know how to publish it, I don't know how to promote it. Okay, good. So you have just written down basically a list of to-dos. So skills that you don't have can be a list of to-dos. Now, who's saying that you need to be the one to do each of these skills? Maybe you're telling yourself that, but you don't have to. So now that you have a list of all the things that are maybe holding you back in the skill set, in this case, look at them and think, who needs to do this? Do I need to do this? Do I need to get some training to know how to do this? Who out there can mentor me or train me, coach me, teach me to do this? Or who can I just pay to do this? And in payment, you have many different options. You have the option of using something like a freelancer through Upwork, hiring someone on contract, hiring an employee, hiring a company to take it over. You have many options. And so don't let that be the reason why you don't do something that you are really passionate about, that you really want to accomplish. You have options. So the first thing that stop people from moving towards a goal is they feel like they lack the skills. The second reason why you're lacking the motivation or you're not getting started towards a goal or a project is that you have not made it a priority. Take that in for a second. You have not made this a priority. You've maybe said, yeah, that's something I want to do. Yeah, that'd be nice to do. Yeah, one day I'll do that. And then the issue is you don't actually do it. You don't commit to it. If you want to actually make a change, if you want to actually move towards something, then you have to be thinking about the 5 stages of change. I maybe should do another video on that, 5 stages of change. And you have to be thinking about, where are you in that? Are you just like humming and hawing and maybe this is something I want to do, I don't know, or something you want to make a change in? Or so it's pre-contemplative, and contemplative, it's what are the benefits, what are the disadvantages of doing this? And then you get into preparation. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this. What do I need to get it done? What do I need to move forward with this? And then there's action, where you're actually doing the things. And so a lot of you, I'm guessing, if you're not working towards a project, if you're not even getting started, you haven't committed to it, you're still hanging out in pre-contemplation, contemplation stage, or you've been preparing for friggin' ever. That's an issue in and of itself. You need to get into action. Okay, so I'm going to pause that piece there. I'm going to talk about it in a moment, because first I'm talking about the why people aren't doing it. And then the last stage of the 5 stages of change is getting into maintenance, or it just becomes a lifestyle. It's just something you're doing. And these are really good points around if you're wanting to do something like get back into shape, keep your house clean, do some meal prepping, anything that kind of involves giving up smoking, anything that involves something that you want to make a change in. So the first reason why people don't do it is because they feel like they lack the skills. The second reason why people don't do it is because they are not committed to it. And the third reason why people don't do it is because they lack the confidence. If you lack confidence to take on a new project, if you lack confidence in yourself, you're not going to have the belief that you can move forward with it. I've seen this many times with people. They are completely capable of doing something. So they have the skills. They are like, I want to do this. But then they never actually make the steps because they feel like, I'm not good enough to do this. Who would actually listen to me? Who's going to buy from me? Who would support me in this? And then they have that self-doubt of, man, I don't know. I don't even know if I can do this. I don't think I can. And the sad thing is the limiting beliefs come in. The saboteur comes in. And then you're screwed. The longer you stay in the place of, I can't do this, you're screwed. You will not move forward. So what do you need to do when you're in this place? You need to start small. You need to commit to one thing that you 150% believe that you can do. So if the thing is, I want to write a book. Well, what is like the very, very first step? Figure out your topic. Just figure out a topic. And even if we break that down, it might not even be figure out your topic. It might be look at other topics in the same industry. So do you 150% believe that you can go on Amazon or Chapters, Indigo, whatever you want to go on, where there's a lot of books, library, search system, go on there. Do you think that for 10 minutes you could search on a topic that you think you might want to write about? So maybe even so broad as personal development or business or health, go into that category. Do you think that you could read book titles for 10 minutes? Yes. And when you say you'll do something, you commit to it and you actually do it, you build confidence. You build your self-esteem. You build your self-efficacy, the belief that you can actually do things using your skills. So this is a new thing that you've done. Awesome. So what that does is it builds belief that you can do new things, or you can use previous skills in a new way. But you have to start moving forward. And by picking something you 150% believe that you can do and then actually doing it, you also build trust in yourself. And so do you really need motivation to get started towards something? Maybe you do. And if motivation is the key to what you think you need, then get some cheerleaders around you. If you feel that you need external motivation to move forward, get some cheerleaders. That can be a friend. That can be your spouse. That can be a mastermind group. That can be an individual like a coach. Get someone behind you. Because if you don't believe in yourself, hire someone who does. If you don't believe in yourself, get people around you that do. At least until you can build that self-confidence for yourself. Okay, external belief, external cheerleading, external motivation will only take you so far. We need to have that internal self-esteem and self-confidence. So make sure you have a plan for that. And the easiest way is just to do what you'll say you'll do in a promise to yourself. How many times do we say that we'll do something and then we don't? But we didn't tell anyone else, and so we're really just letting ourselves down. But we're telling ourselves that we don't matter enough to actually do it, to actually move forward. So we talked about if you're not moving forward towards a goal, the reason why could be because you are not feeling you have the right skill set to get it done. What do you do then? Write the list of all the skills you feel you need and check in. Do you need to do it yourself? Can you hire someone or have delegate it to someone else, or have a mentor, a teacher, a trainer, someone take you through how to do it? You've got options there, right? The second piece is around you're not committing to it. And so, and actually in the, for anyone who has my Dynamic You book, I'm just going to grab, anyone who has the Dynamic You book, page 69, I go through the 5 stages of change model. And so you want to move yourself from one stage to the next and know where you're at, and then actually commit to doing whatever it is that you want to be moving towards. And then the third piece is lack of confidence or lack of belief in self. And the easiest way to kind of move forward with that, to get some internal confidence, is to do something, choose to do something small that you 150% know that you can achieve, and then go and do it. And then choose something else and go and do it, and choose something else and go and do it. Okay. Now, here we are. If you, and as I said, if you need that external motivation, get cheerleaders, get a team, get people around you. But what I want to say now is just a really simple thing. If you're not getting started towards a goal or a project, I want you to ask yourself, what is the reason? What is the block? What is the obstacle that you have? What is the thing holding you back? There's something. There's a limiting belief that is keeping you from getting where you want to be. And it might be something like, you can't do this, you're not old enough, you're not young enough, this will change you, this will take a lot of time, this will take a lot of money. There are so many different limiting beliefs that hold us back. But the problem is they stay unconscious, they stay below the surface, they don't come up, we don't acknowledge that they're there. And so if we don't see them written on, the signpost sort of deal, then we don't know what we're dealing with. But just like a virus, it's attacking our motivation, attacking our ability to get started on things, and then to continue on when the going gets tough, to have that resiliency. So take a moment and ask yourself, what is holding you back? What is the false truth? And that's what you need to do. Write them down and figure out what is wrong with these things. What is wrong? What is the lie that is in there? And then the little bit of truth that's there. And trust me, if you can separate the lies from the truth, move the lies away, grab the truth and think, okay, well, if this is true that I don't know how to put a book together. Okay, that falls into the skills. I just need to figure that out. Is it true that writing a book will change me, or this project will change me? No. That's not true. That's the lie. Is it's not going to change me maybe for the negative. Maybe it'll change me for the positive. That's a good thing. And what can I put into place? So then solution that. What can I put into place to make sure that I don't change in a negative way, to make sure that I change in a positive way, or I just evolve in a positive way? The last thing that I will say is just get started. Get started here with, whatever skills you have. Get started now with whoever you happen to be right now. Just get started. That is my plea to you. What I hear, I hear people's goals year after year after year, same friggin' goals. Move forward with it. Don't hold back. Don't have this be the thing that you wish you had done 4 years earlier. I've been there. I've been that with my podcast. I was supposed to start years ago and I let everything else get in the way. And so I finally committed to it. I finally figured out the skill set I needed and delegated to someone else to actually put it up and get it going and to maintain. And I just created the content. I committed to it. I also had to look at my confidence around it. That wasn't a real issue. It was more just, do I have the time and space to be able to do this? So I had to really check in. And what were some false truths around it? It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of money. That was the false truth that I had. And anything else? No, nothing else. Those were all the things for me. And so get started now. Get started where you're at. And for those of you who are like, yeah, easy for you to say, Diane, you love taking on challenges, you love doing new things, you love being busy, you have a high risk tolerance. Okay, whatever. I have my own issues that I have to work through, and I have my own support team really to get things done and to help me to move forward in a really positive way. So signing off today, follow the steps. Please follow the steps that I said. Go through your skill set, really commit to it, boost your confidence by having that action. If you really need the external motivation from friends, family, and such, get that in place and know that I am here to support you. And if you want to take that further, then jump over to my website or send me an email, diane@dianerolston.com, and we can talk about how I can support you in reaching your goals. Until next time, everyone, stay dynamic. Bye.
Thank you, Dynamic Women, for joining us today. Please hop on over to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a review. Who do you know who needs to hear our message? We'd love it if you'd share our channel with your friends and family. If you're ready to be more dynamic, have more balance and more success, head over to www.dynamicwomenclub.com/free gift for your Key to Success book. Stay dynamic.